Chapter 1. Regret. The guest that will not leave. If you can't let go of your regret, you're handcuffing your mind to a cement block in the past. Seneca said that we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. And Seneca sure hit the nail on the head with that. Because regret? Yeah, regret is purely in your imagination. Holding on to regret is like signing a contract with yourself to basically suffer. And that just ain't no way to live. But it doesn't have to be this way. If there's one skill to practice, it's the art of moving on. To free yourself from regret and all the other nasty stuff that keeps you stuck. Stick around and I'll share a method that works for me. It's really simple. Chapter 2. Regret. The chocolate teapot. Think about it. How would your life have changed if you had said yes, even though you didn't know how, but you were willing to figure it out along the way? What if you'd given your all when they only expected a fraction? What if you'd finished school or moved across country to take that job? Or resigned from that job to finally move across country? What if you'd visited her a little more often before it was time to say goodbye one last time? That is one of my regrets. Those moments, yeah, they carry weight. They latch on to you because you had a role to play in them. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, you're pretty damn fortunate. Or you're just simply lying to yourself. Because to me, regret is part of the human experience. You know what regret feels like sometimes? It's like rewatching a scene where you screwed up over and over and over again. And each time you wish it had a different ending. It's that annoying echo in your mind saying, if only I had, which is just about as useful in life as a chocolate teapot. And that ain't so useful. Here's the thing. If you hold on to these missed moments for too long, they will shape you, and they might even make you miss future ones. You know, for a long time, I never fully understood the concept of no regrets. Now I realize it means no time for regrets. No energy to dwell upon and overthink missed moments. They happened, you made the choices, the end. Can't change that. And just as water leaves no trace, nor should regret. Chapter 3. Facing your regret. The way for regret to leave no trace is to simply face your regret. Even though I said simply, it isn't always easy. But it's a bit where you learn the most about the situation. It's a bit where you learn the most about yourself. Charles Bronson, a notorious and violent criminal, once gave Tom Hardy some relationship advice. Sometimes you've got to cut a little piece of yourself off, no matter how much it hurts, in order to grow, in order to move on. I'll link to the full clip in the description below. Facing your regret is a little bit like cutting a piece of yourself off. You see, it might mean letting go of your unfulfilled dreams from your past. Maybe you have to forgive the person you've been holding a grudge against for such a long time. Maybe you've got to say sorry when it was your fault, even if it sucks to say sorry sometimes. If you can't face it on your own, maybe a friend can help, maybe even a professional. For me, it meant visiting her grave, my grandmother, that is, apologizing for not visiting more when she was alive. I wish I did. But now, it's time to move on. Chapter 4. The absolutely necessary art of moving on. Moving on means you gotta stop torturing yourself with the if-onlys and the should-haves and instead start asking yourself one simple question. What's next? It's a super simple but powerful prompt for your life. The answer fills the void left by past regret and gives you something to build towards. That dream that didn't work out, instead of sulking, try asking, what's next? It could open up space for brand new dreams. After saying goodbye at her grave, I asked myself, what's next? Might be it's time to put more into the relationships with the folks who are still here. It's a special question. It doesn't judge nor blame. It's not rooted in the past. It's designed to do one thing, move forward. In fact, asking yourself what's next after many events in your life, not just regret, can serve you very well. It keeps you from dwelling on regrets or getting carried away with your successes. It'll keep you moving the fuck along. At least that's the case with me. So the next time regret comes a-knocking, do yourself a favor. Answer the door, but don't invite regret in to stay. Instead, recognize it for what it is. Accept it. Do what you need to do. Then, as you bide the regret to leave, ask yourself, what's next? You might be surprised where it takes you. What are some other ways that you've dealt with regret? I'd love to hear from you. Peace.